Righty-ho, let's see. Are we working? I think we might be. Just waiting for my screen to refresh. That looks promising, doesn't it? Yes. Give us a thumbs up if it's working and you can hear me. It's a week or two since I've done this. I've kind of forgotten which buttons I need to press. It looks promising though, so we'll assume it's right. Let's see who's there. Evening all. Hope you're well. Evening, Elaine, Roger. Hello, hello. Hoping next weekend going ahead still. Yes, indeed it is. I'll put the link there in the chat for the tickets. I don't actually think I put it on the main website, have I? But it was in the email as well today, and I'll send out another email probably Tuesday or something. So if you're not on our mailing list, go to elephanthouseauctions.com, stick your email in the mailing list, and then you will be. But yeah, I'll remind people again a couple of times during the week as well. But yeah, do book your tickets, because Paul needs to know how much food to buy, etc., etc., etc. So yes, Paul, yes, even Paul, yes, looking forward to seeing you. Indeedy, Peter, Stella, good evening. Andrew, hello. Nick and I will be there next Sunday. I've booked. Excellent, thank you. Yeah, a few of you have booked in already. Thank you very much. Peter C, good evening. I think you've booked in as well, haven't you already? I need to remember yours. Tickets coming through. Hello, Ollie. Peter W, evening. Gary, hello. Brian, good evening from sunny Cornwall. Peter says he will at Paul's. Brian says Cornwall. Oh yes, Cornwall. I think you pressed the button too quickly, didn't you, before you typed Cornwall. Ollie's coming for Saturday evening as well. Yes, excellent. So yes, so Paul's Sunday 11 till 4. For those of you who are coming for the weekend, which I know a few of you are, I am as well. We'll be meeting in Clacton at the pier Saturday evening, and then going to the Chippy. Hopefully the same Chippy last year, the Chippy with a bar. So again, let us know, or let me know, or let Paul know if you're joining us Saturday evening, so we can book enough space at the Chippy so we can all sit together. That's quite important as well. I forgot to put it in the email, I think, didn't I? So yeah, just either let me or Paul know, and then we can tally up a list. So yeah, we're going to have something to eat, have a drink or two, wander back down to the pier, do some bowling and stuff, whatever. Delight Clacton has to offer on a Saturday evening these days. And then we'll run to Paul's on Sunday for barbecue, tea, cake, drinks, and a whole day of slot machining. There we are. And Paul has got some new goodies to show us this year as well, so that'll be good. So there we are. Yes, sorry, it's been a bit of a mad 2 or 3 weeks for one reason or another, as most of you know. But yeah, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things now. So obviously this was the first thing to get organised. Let me just pop the link in there again in case you didn't join in earlier on. Here's the link to book your tickets. There you go, in the chat there. If you're watching afterwards, get in touch if you can't find the link, or check your email or whatever. We'll sort it out one way or another. Marvellous. Elaine, Roger is staying. I'm staying. I've booked in, what hotel have I booked? Can't remember what it's called. Just along the prom a little bit. Oyo or Omo or something or other. I don't know what it's called. Can't remember. Anyway, whatever. Clacton's not as bad as people make out. No, I quite agree. It seems to be quite all right to me. So yes, hopefully lots of people will come. I know a few are. So as I say, I will keep reminding you, do please book in. It's important. It's only a £5. It doesn't even cover the food. So it's not like anybody's making any money out of it. Yeah, there we are. Right. So that's that one. Super. I've got in a bit. What else do I need to tell you? I'll think in a minute. What else I need to tell you? As usual, I've sort of, the time slipped by. It's bright outside, and I didn't realise it was about 5 to 8. It was suddenly 5 to 8, and not still 5 to 5. Apologies. Tickets bought. Thank you, Elaine, Roger. Oh yeah, I've got a copy here. This one is unfortunately just a photocopy, but it's not too bad. I can just about read it. Some good adverts in it. So this is coin slot of April the 17th, 1965. Just haven't had time to read yet, but some good stuff in it. So we'll have a look at that in a bit. Let me just lay this here without typing. If I put it on my keyboard, I'll end up typing something I don't mean to. Just put it there for a minute. There we go. What else? Yes, times, dates, auctions and things. Don't know yet. So the next few weekends, obviously next weekend we've got Paul's Do. The weekend after that, I'm away on a little telly job. So the weekend after that, which I think I did put the dates in the email. What date is that? About the 18th or something? 18th, 19th. Yeah, that weekend I will endeavour, at the moment it's free, and to be at the warehouse perhaps one day, and maybe we'll do a meet at Rugby Services again. That's always handy for people dropping stuff off and collecting stuff. So the stuff from auctions laying about the warehouse that needs sorting out and collecting, I will try this week to email everybody who's got odds and sods laying around. If you want to collect stuff at Paul's at the weekend, if you're coming, I'll be going in a big van. There's a couple of people want to drop stuff off the auction, so I can put your stuff on the van. Obviously, I need to know before I leave. I need to know by the end of the week, so I can load up on Friday, ready for Saturday. Yeah, so get in touch if you want to do that. If you want to drop stuff off as well, not a problem. As I say, I'll pop it in the van at Paul's. Just let me know if you bring anything big, basically, because, you know, small machines fine, but I need to make space for big stuff. So that was that. Then, as I say, that weekend, 18th, 19th, I'll try and be at God Manchester one day, probably Rugby the other day. That's a good Midlands meet-up point. It's just on junction 1 of the M6, rather than trekking all the way into Leamington. And weekends this time of year gets to be a nightmare, because they keep closing the streets for sponsored bicycle rides and runs and walks and continental markets and God knows what else, and it can be a right pain trying to get in and out of town. So meeting at Rugby seems to work better. So we'll try and do that then. Then the actual auction date, some other weekends I've got to take into account. Holiday, family holiday, we need it after this year and the past few weeks, frankly. So I've got to work around that. Another telly job. Unfortunately, 2 have come in at once, like they do, like buses. Haven't done it for about a year. Anyway, and something else to work around as well. And then the Up North meet in September. So we're kind of running out of weekends, really. Unless we break the convention and don't do the auction on the weekend. I wouldn't do it on a weekday because a lot of people are busy, aren't they? But in theory, we could do an evening one. I've noticed a few more evening auctions these days now. Everything's on the internet. So that's a possible thought. But anyway, the other thing I want to try and do in the week is start to get some pictures of some of the machines. There's some nice stuff's come in. There's a couple of nice big arcade pieces on the van. A couple of Mutascope machines. Not Mutascopes, but Mutascope made machines. Quite rare ones. I'll take pictures before I tell you what they are, because if I tell you what they are, you'll have probably never seen them. We won't know what they are anyway. So stay tuned later in the week for that. There's hopefully a nice Merchantman crane coming. There's a Flintstones pinball machine. There's a big football table thing. Other big stuff is there's supposed to be another 2 or 3 other big machines coming. And then the usual Allwins Bandits, etc. Some early fortune tellers for restoration. 3 of them. There's a few bandits in already. Very smart high top. A few bandits need a bit of restoration work. Cosmetic stuff, I think they're probably all right. Haven't looked at them properly. It's a big bally with nice young ladies on them. One with the, I can't think what it's called. It's got like an Allwyn flicker feature thing on the top panel. What else was there? A couple of modern AWP fruit machine type things I never understand, but some people get excited over. Yeah. So a fair bit actually. So yes, date to be announced. So that's that. Websites, I've been busy burying my head in that to take my mind off other stuff the past few weeks. That's coming on really well. At the moment I'm doing the online trading thing. That's nearly done, so it's working. So I'm now doing all the error stuff. Every time you program a website, the actual getting it to do its thing is one thing, and then it takes twice as long to program all the what ifs. What if somebody presses this button instead of that button? What if they put this in the box instead of that? What if this is wrong? And sorting all that out, all the kind of the error stuff takes twice as long, at least, to program as the working bit, as it were, is the happy route, as we call it. The unhappy routes take longer to program. Anyway, so that's where I'm at with all that lot at the moment. So it's all going swimmingly. So hopefully we'll have the Circus One up and running sometime in August, I'm hoping. Depending on how busy I get. Then once that's proven, swapping the slot machine over to it should be quite quick. And we'll do on that, we'll do initially, obviously, the Circus One will be trading stuff like posters and programs and that kind of thing, stuff that you can post easily. And the slot machine one, I'll do the same, I think, on that. So we'll still do slot machines through the auction properly, but stuff like spares, books, little bits of, anything small and postable, really. I'm going to try and do via the website so you can get the hang of that. And if we can get it up and running, there's no reason why we can't do slot machines from it. It's just proving it first, really, and getting people used to the idea and getting the hang of it. At the end of the day, if it goes wrong on a £5 spare part, it's not the end of the world, is it? If it goes wrong on a £5,000 slot machine, 2 people are going to be really peed off, including me. So that's why we test it with small stuff first. So that's where I'm at with all of that. I'll talk to anyone at the weekend who's more interested in that. The system is being built, so other people, if you collect and if you know a lot about any random collectible, I don't know, snow globes, if you like, if you want to launch a website all about and trading in snow globes, the software I'm building now will allow you to do that. So I can set you up with a website to go away and do that. At no cost as well, do like a revenue share thing. So more about that in the future as well. It's a whole new business, basically. There we are. Right, where are we at on the chat? And then we'll have a look at the newspaper then. Yes. Right, hang on a minute. Where did I get to? Clacton's not as bad as people make out. Yes, said Ollie's. Yeah, Tickets bought, Elaine. Thank you very much. Peter C, catch up next weekend. Andrew says, I wish Paul would put the ticket price up so we covered the food and any leftover could be given to a charity of his choice. Well, you can always pay more, can't you? That's the thing. I'm sure you can always stick an extra tenner in the pot or something. Ollie's bringing a couple of machines as always. If I get round to it, I'll try and dig something out as well. Time is my problem, and because all my machines are buried away. But yes, I'm sure if anyone wants to bring a machine with you to look at, anything different, interesting, or if you've got a project you're working on and you're stuck, something you can't quite figure out, can't quite fix, bring it along because one of us will know how to sort it out for you. Or just bring some photos or video clip or something. Sean, been trying to contact you for months, waiting for a £200 stuff for your March auction. Should I expect it posted now that the increase is done? Yes, you should. I will be in touch in the week. Can I bring your spares, please? Yes. Can I bring my spares? Right, hang on a minute. Let me make some notes as I'm going along. Anybody else who needs anything, shout. Got my notepad. Look, I'll make notes. Right, hang on a moment. Let's go back one. Who was that? Sean Thompson. Sean Thompson. Sean Thompson. March sale. So anything that's kind of left laying around from previous sales, I'll be in touch with you all anyway. So that's that one. That's the post. Yeah, post. Ollie H. Take the pause. Take the pause. Right. Anybody else? If you've got stuff, if you're coming to collect it or want to collect a pause or want it posted, let me know. Paul, got a nice little surprise for you all next week. Just had a book published. Oh, Paul Mitchell Collection, Pinball Pushers and Arcade Machines. 80 pages, hardback or paperback. Excellent. Put me down for one of those, please. Thank you very much. Or two. We'll do a giveaway or something as well with one. Yeah, I'll talk to you about that. Greg, hi all. Sorry for my late arrival. Mum's very, very ill. Dear, sorry to hear that. Been trying to navigate our failing NHS, so good luck with that. Never fear, I'll be at Mr. Mitchell's next weekend. Well, yes, take care of yourself and your mum as well. Yes, I know all about the NHS, as you can imagine. As I say, yes, inquest finally after nearly 6 years. The NHS didn't get away with it as much as they thought they were going to do. I have to be careful what I say because there may well be further legal action against the NHS. So yes, be careful what I say on that one, but yeah, there we are. Book sounds interesting, says Gary and Andrew. Kevin, good evening. Sorry for late. Well, we'll let you off. Hopefully we'll see it with the weekend as well. Peter C, well done, Paul. Paul says, like to keep the price cheap for you all as travelling and overnight stays are expensive enough. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Hotels are ridiculous at the moment. Mainly because they're all full of illegal immigrants, as we all know. Ollie's definitely bringing cash for a book. Ballycancan. Yes, that sounds right. Scantily clad ladies and like a flicker thing. You flicker like a flicker token, like an Allwyn or something in the top glass. Quite a nice one. It's quite a nice condition. Elaine Rogers says, we've got a guest house. Normally not my thing. Prefer a hotel, but hey ho, give it a go. Yeah, I can't remember what my hotel was called. I think it was 60 quid. Which seemed to be quite a good deal. Got a mate's Allwyn to sell. Bring the Allwyn with you. I'll put it in the van. Peter W. Anyone got a screwball machine? Haven't seen a screwball for ages. Bidder number 5014 if it helps. Yes, it does. I'll put that on there. Thank you. 5014. Mr. Tree Frog, some money still. Oh, bloody hell. Yes, Mr. Tree Frog. I'll sort you out as well. Mr. Tree Frog, sort. It's been all over the place these past few weeks, so I'm trying to get things back organised again and catch up with everything. So yes, Panic Not will do. Greg, fancy bringing my Ballymanual with you? Your Ballymanual? Yes, I've seen that somewhere recently. Probably at the warehouse. I probably moved it. Greg. Ballymanual. Ballymanual. To pause. I'll have a good fan full of this, Larry, aren't I? Excellent. Peter W wants to buy a copy. Yes. I wouldn't leave machines in the van in Clacton overnight. No, they won't be in the van. I'll collect them up at Paul's on Sunday. If you don't want to leave machines in vans, you're welcome to drop them off here Saturday, Paul says. Anyway, so there you go. There's your answer. If you are bringing stuff to drop off to me, you don't want to leave it in your car, visible, or your van, or whatever. Paul's kindly lent his services to stash it at his overnight. Ollie's going to try and get to Paul's before Clacton. Excellent. Are you going to be doing a book signing? Well, there's an idea. All good stuff, innit? Have I caught up with everybody? I think I have. My little notes, let me leave my notepad there. I have the tea. Right. Not really take a picture. Shall we put some different picture up for a minute? I was going to say somebody wanted, what did somebody want? A screwball. There we are. Peter wants a screwball. A multi-bell. Look, anybody got a multi-bell? I've just signed myself up my own website. That was clever, wasn't it? Anyway, we've got a buyer looking for a multi-bell. Anybody's got one they fancy putting in the auction? Not many around, so it's probably a no, but you never know. What's happened there? Has the internet died? Oh no, we're still going. Yeah, have a look down here. For stuff people are looking for, if you're thinking what you can sell at the next auction. Some of these right at the bottom are probably a year or two old by now, so they've probably got what they want by now. But yeah, it's something we'll be doing on the new website, but in a different way, which I'll tell you about in a week or two when it's up and running. But anyway, there we are. Right, should we go back to this for a minute? Let's look back at this a minute, just to remind all the late comers. Shaping up to be a great weekend. It will be a very good weekend, won't it? Right then, so some good things in this thing. Coin slot. Copy of, it's only a photocopy. Have a quick scout through, see what we can see that's interesting. Scheme approved for an arcade. New monorail. A mile-long monorail is to be built at Blackpool Pleasures Beach at the end of the summer season. 4 trains will carry 60 passengers. There we go. Traders oppose a parking plan. Companies have been sold. See, this is interesting stuff that all fit into the new website when I can interconnect all the companies. Just little snippets like this. Look, companies sold. Owing to the death of Mr. Alfred Freeman last September and the recent death of Mr. Edward Isaacs, the two businesses Piccadilly Amusements Limited and Trafalgar Novelties Limited have now been sold to Modern Enterprises. Modern Enterprises who made the Life and Sailors, etc. Of course. So just little tiny little snippets like that of, you know, putting all the history together. An aquarium has been opened. Southport's latest attraction, the £1,250 aquarium on the Marine Drive, provided by the Publicity and Attractions Department in conjunction with the Southport Aquarist Society, was opened on April the 9th by the Mayor. This is a unique occasion as far as Southport is concerned, said the Mayor. This aquarium will help to develop an area that has few amenities. Well, there you go. In the future, they hope to house dolphins, sea lions and other large water creatures on the area. Oh, this is good, look. Obsession question mark. Application for permits for the provision of amusements with prizes at the Red Lion Hotel, Caerphilly and Yale Cafe Brynegluis, yep, were refused by Ruthin Rural Council this week. The council said fruit machines had become an obsession with some people and there had been instances of whole wage packets being put in the machines. Oh dear. The Reverend Brian Williams of Caerphilly declared that there should be local option in a matter of that kind. I remember, I might have told you before, years ago, I bought, I think that was a Merchantman crane, funny enough, when I was buying lots of cranes when we were operating in the pubs, down an amusement arcade in, gosh, where was it? Somewhere on the south coast, Kent, I think. Might have been Sussex, Kent. One of the little seaside towns where it's like the only arcade in town, basically, or on the seafront. Nice little arcade, and he'd been in the family since year dot. So I was kind of chatting to the guy there, see if they'd got any old photographs. He had a few. I couldn't get copies. It was the days before phone cameras, so it tells you how long ago it was, doesn't it? If anyone can remember back that far. But anyway, so I didn't get copies of the pictures, unfortunately. But yeah, as I was chatting to him, having a cup of tea in the pay box, etc., in his change booth, the guy come up with £50, changed £50 into pound coins, went back out, put it all in a fruit machine. I was having a cup of tea and chatting. Then he come back with another £50, did the same again, put it all in a fruit machine. And then he come back with his last, whatever it was, 10 quid or something. Changed it. I said to this guy, he's a good customer, isn't he? And he said, oh yeah, he does it every week. So he goes, gets his dole money, goes and buys his fags and comes and spends the rest of it in the arcade. There you go. Right, World's Fair coin slotty thing again. It's a great advert here. Look, I'll copy this. Well, I'll scan it and put it on the website eventually. For the Wheel of Fortune, look. You can play one of these at Paul's next weekend, or up in Norfolk at Pete Williamson's, or up in Roberts Arcade as well. But Woodbank, can't you? They've all got Wheel of Fortunes. It says, I am the greatest, the fastest console multi-slot, the world champion profit maker, site tested and proved, the Wheel of Fortune. Ameco are the sole agents for Brenco Wheel of Fortune, the amusement equipment company limited. There you go. Where else have we got on here? exciting. Not really. Big continental, big article about stuff in Belgium. Right, Ruffle Walker. Polly Price lands a husband at Spicer's. All right, it's interesting. We could run to scanner that as a whole. You probably can't see it. A whole kind of comic strip as an advert for Ruffle Walker. Not sure what that's all about. Peter W. Wanted ad looks good. Most of mine are at the top of the pages. Would be good if someone could do some filming. Those of us who can't make it. Yes, I will do some filming. Does that mean the video might get finished still? Yes, eventually. Great idea. Wish you could be there too far. Where's your book coming out, Peter W? Ah, there you go. So yes to all of that. Right, what's this? Phonographic equipment. They've got. There's a little limerick here. This is quite amusing. A cute operator named Sally fitted her sight out with Bally. Her worries soon ceased as her takings increased when Sally got pally with Bally. There you go. That's a good little ditty, isn't it? Okay, right. What have we got on here? Adverts for Seegers. Lord Seegers and Seeger Copper Stars. Two fabulous all-new Seeger fruit machines ready for you now at Ruffle Walker. Lord Seeger on 6p pay and Britannia on a penny. Both have remarkable play appeal with all the famous mechanical features that make Seeger machines the best possible investment. And don't miss the Copper Star. A truly big money taker. So proven in many test locations, etc. Far lower in price, yet it looks like and has the same play appeals as 6p models, etc. etc. Twin Town wanted. Mr. Henry Brandon of the Skegness branch of the United Nations Association has suggested that if the resort could find a twin town in another country, it might help to combat the flow of holidaymakers abroad by attracting foreigners to Skegness. I'm sure loads of foreigners will want to go to Skegness. He told a public meeting called by Mr. Arthur Wise, chairman of Skegness Council, "Our main industry is the hotel trade. I feel it would be a good idea if we could get in touch with another holiday town that caters for holidaymakers," etc., etc., etc. The public meeting was called about making contact with the towns abroad. Excellent. City desk. See, this is another, there's loads of interesting little snippets here, all for the new website, but I can get my computer to read all this. The Caister Group of Norfolk bought the California Lakeside Holiday Camp near Workingham, Surrey, for £65,000 in cash. Oh, excellent. That was a nice big carry bag full of cash, wasn't it? Decca has renewed its contract with Rolling Stones. Mecca has taken control of Silver Blaze ice rinks. Butlins have done this and that. So on and so on. Oh, Compton. I thought it was about Compton. Oh no, it wasn't Compton. It's Constellation. Sorry. Misread that. Peter C says, when I had my own machine run, I knew a couple of people who would put all their wages in a £3 jackpot AWP every week. Couldn't stop them. Yeah. You could write a book about your escapades on the road. You should do. Absolutely should do. I haven't read, but I was talking to somebody else about a book as well. Yeah. Marmatic Sows, what have they got? They've got Keeney's Blue Spot, Jennings Pearly King and Pearly Queen. I don't think I've seen them. Jennings with Pearly King or Pearly Queen top flashes on. Looks rather nice. You won't be able to see on here, but Jennings Lucky Ladies now in stock. 5 jackpot chances, 180 mystery payouts, etc. Lovely. What have we got here? Greaves Amusement Supplies, Leicester's largest suppliers of full range of new Seeger and Bally fruit machines, etc. What have they got? Jukeboxes. Pin tables. Gottlieb Cover Girl, £110. Williams Titan Rifle with bouncing balls, £90. Don't think I know that one. Anybody know pinball? Williams Titan Rifle with bouncing balls, £90. Is that a pinball? Don't know. Let's see if we can find it. Williams. Oh, which Williams is it going to be? Williams Manufacturing. At that age, won't it be? Williams Titan Rifle. No, don't know. Something sounds like a gun game, doesn't it? But would a gun game have bouncing balls? Don't know that one. I'll have to look that one up. Yeah, don't know what that is. Sounds interesting. Oh, just ordered another 5 copies of each book, so hopefully there should be enough to go around. Oh, I think you might need more than 5. Which year was the coin slot paper? This is from April the 17th, 1965, this coin slot. Brian says he saw a Chinese man stick £6,000 in the roulette machine at the bookmakers, trying to win £500. Couldn't believe my eyes. Stupid people, aren't they just? Announcing the Coin Slot Review and Directory, July 1965, a new glossy magazine in the publisher of the World's Fair, Coin Slot. In the World's Fair every week will continue to provide a full up-to-the-minute news service. Coin Slot Review and Directory, to be published quarterly, will have more space for reviews of current trends in the coin-operated equipment industry and legal articles, and each issue will contain an up-to-date directory of manufacturers, distributors, operators and service companies. Subscription, 10 and 6 a year. Full details are now being circulated. Watch for further announcements. First issue, July 1965. I'd love to see that. If anyone's got Coin Slot Review and Directory. Wonder how many of those they published. Apparently the first one was July 1965. Anybody got any of those? Never seen it, I don't think. We got Miller's Blackjack here. Look, one of those great big multi-slot twirly-whirly machines. Another one from the website. I've not heard of, I don't think. Focus on vending. That's too much to read. Computer can read that on the new website. Here's one. Look, another machine you'll be able to see on Sunday at Paul's. A full-page advert. Look, I have to do Paul a copy of this. Actually, I haven't got a big enough printer. I will do in due course. You know I've got it. That's the thing. Cover the spot. Order your top profit earner now. Cover the spot. Much faster than a fruit machine, it says. Cover the spot. Whether against the wall as a single unit or back-to-back using an island position, is thoroughly proved for high profits. The wonderful flash, bright, pleasant colour scheme and common play cup induces the party atmosphere and attracts the pennies. Expertly designed, engineer-built. Cover the spot with the highly developed mechanism and attractive action of all Crompton machines is 99.9% trouble-free in operation. Backed by a most substantial after-sales service. Penny play, 2, 3 and 4 award and 9 jackpot. There we are, distributed by Electro Amusement. Specification, 4 foot 6 high, etc. Colours yellow and grey, brightly lit playfield, based in hard wearing, easily cleaned, Get-A-Lit. Whatever that is. What's Get-A-Lit? Bright, faced in hard wearing, easily cleaned, Get-A-Lit. Must be another name for Formica, I guess. I should look up Get-A-Lit. There we are. Good, isn't it? It is only a photocopy. It's not the best, but it's not bad. So that's good. Can I reserve a hardback? Yes, me too, please, as well. Paul, hardback. Thank you. Anyway, I'll talk you with it because I'll give you all a ring later. Lovely. That's all right. We'll chat amongst yourselves. Marvellous. All right. What else have we got here? Simplay of Scotland. We've got lots of Jennings for sale. The Governor, Bingo Bell, Pearly Kings and Queens again. So here, Pearly Kings and Queens look rather nice. Warren Ward Enterprises are moving because they need bigger and better showrooms for their service and spares departments for Jubilee, Aristocrat, Top Dog, Selectogram, etc. And they've got good parking facilities for all our valued customers. That's nice. There's a development organisation set up as the South West Travel Association down in Cornwall. There you go, Devon, etc. To promote the area, basically. Quick scan of that. Government buys a water wheel. The world famous Laxey water wheel, the biggest ever to be built in the world, is to be taken over by the Manx government, preserved as a national monument and tourist attraction. You know, I've never been to the Isle of Man. Must go. Present owner, Mr. E.C. Neal, with a K, building contractor, is selling the wheel to the government for £5,000. It was he who, 27 years ago, took over the wheel when it was in a derelict condition and saved it from scrap metal dealers. Wow, there you go. See, I never knew that. Since then, he has repaired it, put it in working condition and made it a big tourist attraction with over 40,000 people a year visiting it. This does not include the numerous technical students who constantly arrive at the wheel during the winter to study the technical marvel which was built 111 years ago. Laxey wheel, named by the maker's Lady Isabella, was built 111 years ago to pump water out of the St Ivor and out of the silver and lead mines at Laxey. It was an engineering marvel, unique even to this day. Diameter of the wheel is 72 feet. Circumference 217. Mr. Neal took the wheel over when the mines closed down and the company was in the process of winding up. By then, the wheel was no longer in working condition and was structurally unsafe. The purchase of the wheel follows 4 months negotiation, etc. There we are. Cheaper travel to Rill, apparently. Excellent. Peter, I think you might need more. Yes, you definitely need more books. Right, George Coffey of Birmingham. They've got Jenny's Governor's Super Blue Spot, Keeney's Penny Derby. Well, that's a nice little thing. That is a nice little machine. Again, you won't see this as too small. Wait for it to go on the website. Little kind of, looks like a coffee table sized machine that you'd look in the top of on the little legs here. Keeney's Penny Derby. I think it's probably a light flasher as far as I can make out. Latest, faster playing, bigger money earner. Come and test it. You'll be delighted at its performance and low cost. Yeah, I think there's a penny flasher, like a, like the wall-mounted type things. Spinny, flashy lights around, pays out. Okay, that's quite nice. What do we got here? The Arizona Shooting Gallery. Let's see one of those for a long time. Recognize that one? It's too small with camera, isn't it? Never mind. And then we've got Electro Amusement advert here for Crompton's 20-player Derby and Greyhound Derby, the great big round spinny flashy light things. Jim Crompton opens a showroom. Well, there you go. Jim Crompton Amusements Limited, the new showroom and offices. There's a picture there of his new showroom, shop somewhere. Let's have a read of this then. With the name Jim Crompton Amusements Limited now emblazoned along the fascia, The showroom and headquarters of Jim Crompton's personal company for selling new and other coin-operated equipment is now in business at 44 Chatham Road, Ramsgate. A double-fronted shop of fair depth, it almost overlooks the famous Chatham House School, a landmark familiar to all who know their Ramsgate. Right in front, the road sweeps in to provide a parking bay, a facility most helpful to all who call by car or van. Most of the showroom floor is taken up with machine stock of the moment, with no one particular type being any more abundant than any other, reports Edward Graves, whose visit of last week coincided with Fred Vass completing the purchase on behalf of his ABCD Machines Limited of half a dozen of Alfred Crompton's Cover the Spots. Funnily enough, we were just looking at, weren't we, Cover the Spots? So he bought 6 of them. Mr. Vass is one of Jim's first customers. A good one too. A few days previously, he had bought a number of Ainsworth Aristocrat fruit machines, for which Jim Crompton Amusements Limited are the agents throughout Kent. At a desk at the back of the showroom works the attractive young secretary, Angela. Couldn't say that these days, could you? Attractive young secretary, Angela, whose voice it is that answers calls to Thanet 5335, the firm's new telephone number. I wonder who's got that phone number now. It'd be interesting to find out, wouldn't it? Best not, don't ring it. Might be Angela. Attractive Angela, maybe. As showroom assistant, Jim has a friendly and helpful chap. Oh, sorry. There should have been a comma there, isn't it? As showroom assistant, comma, Jim has a friendly and helpful chap, Harry. When Edward Graves met him, he was moving a machine on one of those lightweight trucks made specifically for this kind of thing and sold by George Coftree. This seems fitting, considering that Coftree lines are among answering to the name of those Jim Crompton Amusements Limited handle. Fluorescent tubes illuminate the showroom, at the rear of which is a good-sized room used at the moment as a stock and additional office space. Sorry, half the text is cut off here. As to the prospects, if Jim Crompton lives up to his reputation for good service and customer attention, the future of this enterprise should be so fair, I think it probably says. There we are, that's kind of the start of Jim Crompton's business, his shop really. In the window is, looks like a Jubilee Riviera or something like that, a flat fronted Bandit or two, some other Bandits, and some, I think probably Sega light ups. Yeah, can't see an awful lot in the picture, but there we go. That's an interesting article, isn't it? Blackpool Tradesmen's Holiday, a long-established institution in the resort, but one which has been much criticised in recent years, may be nearing its end. Oh dear. This year's two-day break saw more shops open than shut. The town's director of publicity, Mr. H. Porter, described it as a change in the right direction. He added, Tradesman's Holiday was a good thing at one time, but it is now outmoded. The main criticism has been that the holiday has turned Blackpool into a ghost town, not only for the 150,000 residents, but also for conference delegates who have found themselves wandering through empty streets past shuttered shops. Pretty much like Blackpool is now then. Coach firms no longer organise party trips, etc., etc., etc. 7 million visitors. According to a Gallup poll survey, Brighton had 7 million visitors last summer, and they spent at least £11 million, equivalent to about £70 per head of the town's population. That's good. Developments unlikely in Livingston Anns. Go. That's a good article about Crompton's, isn't it? I like that. What have we got here? Peter Simper Organisation. Oops, hang on a minute. I'm just dropping the pages on the page. Another nice cartoony advert, look. Seemed to be the thing back then. All the adverts are all like cartoons. Quite interesting. Where are we on to the chat? Hang on a moment. Anybody else need to say anything I need to know about? Paul's making a list of books. Ollie's been to Laxey Wheel. Very impressive. Yeah, it looks it, doesn't it? What was her number? I think, was it Ramsgate 53335 for the nice young lady? Hang on a moment. Oh yes, Angela, the attractive young secretary, Angela. Thanet 53335. Interested in an attractive young secretary. Right, what have we got here? Mills Novelty Co. of Manchester, so the English Mills Novelty Co. They've got Goldie Kiddie Rides, Jumbo, Piggyback, and Texan. £190 each or £40 down. Mitchell's have got Rocky. For sale, 2 29-foot Cadillac Auto bowling machines and 1 Jennings Bingo Fruit Bell. That's Stanley Dale in Barnes. Here we go, some good adverts here. Right, have a read of this. First come, first served at low prices. All types of coin machines. This is from Samson Novelty Co. They were at White Hart Lane in Barnes at the time. They've got Jennings fruit machines, £45 each. Nova mats, Rota mats, etc. all on 10 Pfennig, £14 each. Nestles, as it was back then, or Nestle, as we have to say these days, but Nestles and Sweet Pay wall machines, i.e. Allwins, Ollie Allwins, £9 each. Western multi-slot machine, £75. Bingolets on threepence play, £29. Allwin Deluxe machines. Anybody want an Allwin Deluxe for £8? Mills Sky Gunners, £37 each. Wonders payout wall machines. Who wants Wonders? £18 each if you want Wonders. So they're premium price even then. It's interesting, isn't it? Because you've got ordinary Allwin Deluxes at £8. Wonders at 18, and Sweetie Allwins at £9, which are probably Ollie Wales by the sound of them. Colorama threepenny film machines, £29. Moulin Rouge Roulettes, £15. Orion and Primus penny machine, £23. Bally 10 pins, £95. Kit Kat and Polos. Guessing they're, Kit Kat Polo Allwins, presumably £7. A Pirate 5-slot console. Don't know what that is, but they're £75 each. Voice recorders, £35 each. Ruler Mint wall machines, £7. Watling roller tops. Anybody want a Watling roller top? £29 each. Brian's Ant Nest machines. £12 for Brian's Ants machines, ant viewers. 2 shilling play club tote fruit machines, £35 each. An Aaron's 4-way machine. Don't know what. Aaron's 4-way machine. I'm guessing a rotary merchandiser type thing. £25. What other Aaron's machines are they making 4-way? It's the only one I can think of. Love Satellite floor machine. Love Satellite floor machine. What's that? Don't know what that is. £23. Mills threepenny play fruit machines, £95. 4 times the price of an orange, interesting. Bally All-Star bowlers, £125. And the Midway Deluxe shooters, £170. So there we are, some good bargains there to be had. What do you want to book? Peter's just been in Blackpool collecting something. Hotel was very busy. Greg says he'll take the Wonders at £18 each. Using inflation, 18 in 1965 is equivalent to approximately 390 to 410 today. That's interesting. Yes, one of the things I'm going to build into the new website is the inflation calculators. So all this sort of stuff we'll be able to put in the history of different machines. So a price at in the coin slot, April 1965, £35, and what that is now equivalent to the day, and then chart it all out on graphs. Interesting stuff, and all old auction prices. Even right back to when we've got new prices from old trade literature, all that sort of stuff. It'll be really interesting to see how the prices change over the years. Inflation adjusted prices. It's one of the things I've been wanting to do for years. I think it's interesting anyway. Right, what else have we got for sale? Let's have a look. W. Peters of Olympia Arcade in Coronation Street in Blackpool has got 6 tuck shops, £5 each, or £24 for all 6. One 14-foot Bally Challenger bowler, £160. One 5-player pick a box with fruit symbols. Don't know what that is. Pick a box with fruit symbols. 5-player, £70. 2 Mills fruits, Boland's cases, light up tops, £40 each. And 3 Mills fruits at £35 each. From John Mack Machines in Birmingham, you could have burglar-proof stands, £5, 10 shillings each. And tubular metal stands at £4 each. Excellent. Charles North Limited, they've changed address, and they're the manufacturers of the 1-penny consoles Forecaster and Tahiti, and the new War Machine Circus. Don't know what any of those are, but if we ever find them, now we know who made them. You see the value of all this stuff that I keep repeating. There's no prices there. Hunt's Automatics. Got the speedy change machines. Go, that's it for that page. Let's have a look on this page. What have we got on this one? This is nice. Look, now I sold one of these. Very nice fruit machine. Now we know who. Stand by Button. W. Button & Co. Waddington Yard, Cranbridge, Leeds. Sold one of these to Mr. Williamson. I think it's in. Not sure which arcade it's in. But very nice. See on this little thing, but a very nice one-arm bandit stand with like a kind of like a picture in the bottom. So now we know they were made by W. Button & Co. of Waddington Yard, Crown Point Bridge, Leeds. £15 ex works. I think Peter paid me more than £15, so that's all right. Did okay on that one. New companies. There's a whole list here of new companies, all to do with slot machines. Fabulous history because it gives us the address, the directors, everything. I'll just read out a small one just to give you an idea. Oh, here we are. Look, Pleasure Beach Amusements Skegness Limited. Private company, registered February the 22nd, capital of 10 grand in £1 shares. The directors are Albert A. Botton, Mrs. Lottie Botton, both of 52 North Drive, Great Yarmouth. Secretary is Vera Lee. Registered office, Finsbury Court, Finsbury Pavement, EC2, etc. So that one little snippet of information gives us so much detail of approximately when that company was formed, what it was called, who the directors were, whereabouts, and so on. And my new system is able to tile that up. My new AI system can literally, I just scan that, it'll read all of that, extract everything out of it, pop it in the right slots. Can't wait to get it going. But what else have we got for sale? An assortment of penny, sixpenny, threepenny and unconverted slot machines from £15. For a bargain, call to Broderick. Oh, there we are, Jimmy Broderick. Excellent. For sale, 4 1-penny Baramats, £20 each. 3 Brian's 11s, £15 each. Who wants a Brian's 11s for 15 quid? There's 3 of them here. This is the Monte Carlo Machine Co. of 4 Leicester Road in Blackpool. Somebody's got a quantity of commercials on penny play for £10 each. Bar billiards for £20 and a Jennings DJP threepenny play £35. That's in Bristol. No prices there. Trailers large, suitable for carrying 2 jukeboxes behind a car, £10 each. Handy. Right, any more prices on? Somebody wants Rotomat and Nova mats. Somebody else wants Bally Bingos. Somebody wants music rolls from Mills Violano Virtuoso. Self-weighing scales are wanted. Anything else with prices on? It's better with prices, aren't they? More interesting. Right, let's see what else have we got. If anybody's still there, they're still here. Yarmouth Peter says they're nice bandit stands in. I've never seen another one, but now we know who made it. For excitement, fortune, and all that jazz, contact Chicago Automatic. Why, we wonder? This is the one place you will get prompt, courteous reaction. to your attention in letting us know your needs. Blah, 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 blah. They've got Seekers, Jennings, Aristocrats, etc. Fair enough. Craft, we've got the Lucky Throw-In Circus. 1965 consoles. These were Jameson, weren't they? I think made these. 1965 consoles. Magnificent styled cabinet in Mablica. Again, a Formica type thing. Beautifully designed display glass, elegant overall appearance, a sure money spinner with all technical features of our 6-way and war machines. Under £150. That's like these things. Kind of like the Jameson war machines, but in a floor standing cabinet, light flasher things. Shields Pontoon. It's Shields Pontoon. That is this year's outstanding production, apparently. Okay. Automatic Gossip. What have we got here? Ballroom to Blue Room. The erstwhile ballroom at the entrance to Eastbourne Pier began a new lease of life on Friday, April 19th, when under its new name of the Blue Room, the British Automatic Company opened it as a super amusement centre, well supplied with coin-operated equipment. I shall be writing more about this enterprise shortly, said Edward Graves. There you are. See, well, another beautiful snippet of history, pier history and arcade history. So that one will go on the pier website as well when I build that, which I will be doing. Coin Op Shop. Thanks to General Manager Eddie Park, I am now able to throw a little more light on the subject of the Brighton's Coin Op Shop, referenced in Automatic Gossip of April the 3rd. Mr. Park confirms that the proprietors of the premises in Queen's Road Quadrant are Precision Automatics Limited, still the same old firm run by Johnny Katz. He extends an invitation to me to drop in next time I visit Brighton, when, they both hope, we shall have managed to hold onto some of the constant stream of machines that come in and seem to go out again before we can even display them. Machines at the Elephant. How that part of London known as the Elephant and Castle has changed since the last time I visited Chicago Automatic Supply Company in what was then its home in St. George's Road. If Ralph Horwitz ever goes that way now, he must feel like a visitor to a strange land. Great box-like buildings have gone up, one of them towering above the particular pride, and hopes it will also prove a joy of the redevelopment. The 3-floor shopping centre, opened recently by the Minister of Labour, Mr. Ray Gunter MP. Kiddie rides. I went along there one afternoon last week, and although there still remain many shops to be occupied or let, experienced no difficulty in visualising the final effect and the major purpose of seeking out coin-operated equipment did not go unrewarded. The GPO has installed one of its comprehensive units, dispensing postage stamps, postal orders, and stamped stationery, and giving change. BAC are represented by Ireland model composite vendors and also operate 4 coin-operated kiddie rides, 3 police motorcycles and 1 Donald Duck. There you go. Battersea reopens. The Festival Gardens and Fun Fair in Battersea Park, with their host of attractions, coin-operated devices among them, reopened this Saturday, the April the 17th. And thereafter functions daily, Sundays included, until October the 3rd. Club Service. The National Reserve Social Club of Bournemouth has recently reopened, and to mark the occasion, a local newspaper devoted a page to it. From the various items of information contained thereon, I learned that the coin-operated machines are supplied and serviced by Bournemouth Automatic Machine Co. Boxcombe. A new World's Fair article. For the second year of the New World Fair Arcade. Difficult to read this photocopy. For the second year of the New York World Fair, many changes are being made as a result of last year's very mixed business. One affects the Lake Areas Music Hall, which this time renamed Carnival, will have a 7-ride kiddie land and a coin-operated machine arcade. Manning's Golden Nugget. The amusement arcade through which the public may pass on their way to the deck of Clarence Pier at Southsea is now the Golden Nugget Saloon. Billy Manning, part of whose enterprise this is, has had the place fitted with a luxurious carpet covering the entire floor. The walls papered with an extravagance equalled only at the Savoy Arcade, at the other end of the long South Sea. The next page, promenade. And illuminated by electric oil lamps bracketed to the walls and pillars. To create still more of the period atmosphere, there are posters on the walls after the fashion of those which once adorned the honky-tonk saloons of the Gold Rush days. Each of them features one of the belles of the establishment, her abilities as an entertainer, most daring of all exponents of the can-can and fire eating, etc. And to each is given the name of one of the actual Manning ladies, e.g. Mrs. Billy Manning, Jackie Manning. Miss Ivy Ball is also mentioned. There we are. We'll tell you about the machines here. The equipment. In a way, this Golden Nugget Saloon may be regarded as an annex of one of the comfortable, handsome bars Mr. Manning has included in the new Clarence Pier building, which provides Portsmouth and Southsea with one of its outstanding catering and amusement establishments. There is, by way of swing doors, direct access from one to the other. As for the equipment, while as befits the theme there are fruit machines in banks, notably Royals and Golden Mints, the place boasts an attractive array of the larger types of payouts. Machines like Whittaker's Rick Wheel, Walter Street's Big Rifle Range, Walter Street's 3-Shoot Wheelermin, Monte Carlo Rally, Alfred Crompton's Threepenny Derby and Cover the Spot again. Roulette, Whittaker's Grand National, Fun with the Stars, and among the smaller types, Matthewson's Console Skittles. South Parade Pier. In the matter of decor, the BAC Machine Arcade on Southsea's South Parade Pier strikes a more modest note. Oh dear. But there is quite a variety of equipment, with 3 Brenco Wheel of Fortunes as perhaps the newest of the lot. The Street's Wheelermin here is a 3-shoot model with a change-giving unit to each place. Bellfruits make an attractive show. Crafts are well presented with their modern wall payouts. And imparting a new look on an old favourite is a Jaguar crane. BAC also maintain a good coin-operated vending service at the front of the pier. Several machines, including an auto shop and a vibro massage for tired feet. Table on the telly. A Sweethearts table had a small part to play in last week's edition of Granada Television's Friday night detective series, It's Dark Outside. There you go. Isn't it great, all those little snippets? I think it's brilliant. Anybody still listening? Yes, they are. I shall carry on then. Greg says, Battersea Funfair was fabulous. The roller coaster tragedy resulted in its demise. Yes, it's such a shame. But thankful to have visited on several occasions. I envy you. Cover the Spot, very popular in its day. Yeah, amazing that there's only yours survive, isn't there? Obviously, it was quite a thing in 1965. They're all over the place. And as far as we know, yours is the only one that survives, isn't it, I think? Accused of illegal use of machine. Oh, dear. This sounds juicy, doesn't it? Let's have a look at this. Whether a machine called Bingo Bell, stated by the prosecution to be better known as a fruit machine or a one-armed bandit, operated in Clanboy Golf Clubhouse, was illegal or not, was debated at the magistrates' courts in Newtown, County Down, last week. Let's get the juicy bit of this. It's quite a long article with a legal case. It was stated that the club had received £2,059 from the machine during the 12 months ending December the 3rd, 1964. Members using the machine used sixpences. Mr. Brown said the income from the machine was roughly 2/17 of the total income of the club. The highest price paid out was between £5 and £6. It's about whether it was a lottery or not, etc. Judgment was reserved. Rock stays in Blackpool. Blackpool Rock would continue to be made in Blackpool. Shareholders were assured at the 38th annual meeting of Waller. Is it Waller? Walter? Waller, I think it is. Back photocopy. Waller and Hartley, the Blackpool manufacturing confectioners. A shareholder, Councillor Leslie Greenwood, had referred to a proposal of the firm to open a new factory on a 12-acre site near Southport. Are we going to Blackpool Rock there instead of here? He asked, and if so, it is like taking the Blackpool Tower to Southport. Blackpool is crying out for light industry. The chairman replied, we have 80 to 100 short in staff, and in view of that, how Blackpool can say it is crying out for light industry, I do not know. But there is no intention of taking away from Blackpool the making of Blackpool Rock. The company's properties were worth 271,000, etc. Okay. Excellent. There's only a couple of pages left, you'll be pleased to know. Rougher and Walker, what they got here? Valleys again. Yeah. Wildly exciting, just a big advert. And the last page I've got of this copy is phonographic equipment. They've got a range of penny machines to suit your budget. The Forecaster, Circus, Penny Flash and Olympic. The 4-in-1, is it the Jameson type flashery things, aren't they? They're not Jameson, those ones, are they? They're that other company. Lady Goldings, was it Goldings? Essex Goldings, I think. And get your Sega here for delivery. The Threepenny Royal. There you go. So there we are. You lost my voice, I think. Good stuff, innit? So you see, in one edition of an old newspaper, there's so much information. I've always, all these years, been kind of fascinated by that, really, wanting to extract all that information out and join it all up together, which is what in the next few months we'll finally be able to start doing as the websites come to life. But the good news is it's up and running, working. The AI thing that can read a newspaper and kind of understand it, I've got to teach it more. It's quite interesting teaching a computer as opposed to programming it, if that makes sense. But the idea is it sort of continues to learn, but it'll be able to recognise names, company names and things, and once it spots two, start tying them up together, all these little bits of information. So fascinating thing, really. It's going to be interesting to see what it finds, because it will find things that we didn't know, probably nobody ever knew. But from like all those little snippets, all those kind of one paragraph little news article things about a time or a date, or somebody owned an arcade, or somebody put this machine in there, or they had 5 of them, or whatever it was. All these little bits and bobs individually are kind of all insignificant, but once you tie it all up, you can kind of build a history of things. Like just in this paper, like we were saying about the cover of the Spot, there's so many mentions of cover of the Spot. It was obviously quite a thing in its day, isn't it? And the system, we had to kind of pull that together, and over time you can probably estimate how many cover the Spots were, because it all from all these articles. Back in the day, then the coin slot used to do quite a lot of sort of arcade reviews. I've come across a few in the past where they go to an arcade somewhere and literally tell you what was in the arcade, pretty much. So we'll probably discover after a while on Cover the Spot, for example, from 1965 to 1967 or whatever, they were all over the place. And then we might discover from the classified advert prices that over the next 2 years they rapidly declined in price until they weren't advertised anymore. And from that you might discover that by 1970 they were pretty much all gone. And somehow, bizarrely, Paul survived all this time, as far as we know, being the only one that survived. But from all these little bits of information joined up, we'll be able to kind of tell its story, really. When it first appeared, how popular it was, how much it was when it was new, how much they were second-hand, and kind of chart the price as they disappeared from view. Good, isn't it? interesting stuff. Right, cover the spot, very popular. Used to buy World's Fair every day. Yeah, I used to get it every week as well, years and years ago. Stupidly back in the day, because it was only when I had it in the 80s, 90s. I kept all the World's Fairs, but I threw away all the market traders and the coin slots, because the coin slots then were just full of, obviously then, new current news of the day of machines. But of course all that now is like 30, 40 years old, isn't it? I wish I'd have kept all the coin slots. There you go. And the funny thing is, between the coin slot and the World's Fair, there's much more World's Fair papers about, because there was lots more, because the World's Fair had a lot of had quite a wide interest, because it had stuff about fairgrounds obviously, but also had circus, and it had like Punch and Judy and stuff. It had the preservation section, like the steam mallees when they started coming together, and all sorts of other odd little just niche things it covered. Really quite a wide spectrum. So loads of people were interested in keeping the World's Fairs as enthusiasts, if you like, of the day. But the coin slot was kind of a very much just a modern day trade newspaper, really. There wasn't anything in it of much other diverse interest, or probably really, other than the odd article now and again, and Nick Costa, of course, did his series of articles a bit later on. But generally, again, like the one we've just been through, there's nothing in there about old machines or collecting machines, because it just wasn't a thing, or any historic sites, or anything else. So other than people just left them in their office or shoved them, they fell down the back of the filing cabinet or whatever, not many coin slots seem to have survived, unfortunately, as opposed to there's quite a few World Fairs around. Yeah, shame. So anyone who's got any odd coin slot copies, I'd love to get a copy of them, or scan them, or buy them, or whatever. Just see them, really, see what's in there. Let me know, get in touch. Right, I desperately need another cup of tea, because I've been chatting for however long it's been now. Gosh, an hour and 20 minutes. I'm sure you're all bored of me by now. So I will see you all. I'll probably do a video Tuesday. Yes, I'll try and do a couple this week, just to remind people, keep everyone in the loop, and because I've not done any for a while, and obviously really Paul's at the weekend. So do remember to book your tickets, so Paul can go shopping for bangers and burgers and buns and cakes and stuff. Also, let either me or Paul know if you're joining us on Saturday, so we can try and book some space in the chippy. Who's already told me in this chat? I'll have to have a look through. Or ping me an email or a message or something. Or Paul. As long as one of us know, then we can put a list together and try and book a good bit of space for Saturday evening. Yeah, marvellous. And I'll see you all there. And so if I don't catch up with you in a week, remember, if you want to drop anything off for future auction, or if you've got stuff to collect, also get in touch with me in the week. Let me know, and I can put it on the van, and you collect it from Paul's. Anything else you need to know, anything I've forgotten, which is going to be loads over the past few weeks, because Brian's been addled with other things. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things again now. So just bear with me a few days. And we'll get back up to speed again. Marvellous. Paul shopping Saturday. There we are. So need to know. Excellent. Right. So I'll catch up with you all again Tuesday evening, usual time. Have a jolly rest of the evening, whatever you're up to. Catch you then. Nighty night. Whoops.